Okay guys, so as you can see, I just took off the back right wheel. Now, if you didn't know this, Shelby installs Wilwood brakes all throughout the car, on all four corners. We got the Wilwood hub, the rotors, the calipers, and the pads. Now, when I'm driving this car, what I'm noticing is that I'm hearing like a loud, like, ch-ch-ch noise. It sounds like grinding metal. What I noticed was that the sound got louder and louder depending on how fast I was going. And then the second I would apply the brakes, the sound just worsened. It sounded so bad. It sounded like metal grinding on metal. Now, I just took the wheel off, as you guys can see. This grinding noise is pretty hard to pinpoint. I'm not sure exactly what all is going on because I'm not like a master mechanic, anything like that. I'm fairly novice on all of this. So just spinning the rotor, the whole entire hub assembly, you don't really notice any noises except for when it passes this section of the rotor. You can actually see a few black marks showing like scraping. I believe the rotor could be warped. Now, that's just so unlikely because I just had this car at Shelby American, I believe like 6 months ago, and they fixed my parking brake, my handbrake, and they also changed the rotors for the rear end of the vehicle. Now, just spinning it again, you don't hear any noises, right? Keep spinning it. But once we get to the same section, didn't happen that time. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm really trying to figure out what exactly is going on. You can hear a slight grinding noise, which I think that's just fine. But just continue to go. As soon as you pass that section right there, and you can see the marks. If you zoom in and go up close with it, you can see all those black scratch marks. Now, I believe that could be where the issue is. So let's do it again. Keep spinning it. There it is. So as soon as it passes this section of the rotor, I believe that is basically where all the issues are. So guys, please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll show you again. So everything is in motion. No sounds. However, the second it passes this section of the rotor, you'll hear a grinding noise. So let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. There it is. It is very interesting that this issue is happening. It is very apparent when I'm driving the car, that being whenever I'm driving next to another vehicle, it echoes off everything. It gets super loud, and I'll play the clips right now of what I filmed. As you guys can see, the brake pads look to be just fine. We have plenty of pad left. There are black marks on the rotor that could indicate that it has been scratching. And I haven't driven it that much since I picked it up from Shelby. I've done a lot of content with the GT350R. Now, that being said, I do want to do a lot more content with the GT500 Super Snake. It's just driving it around in this condition is a bit questioning, I find. So I do want to get this fixed as soon as possible. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact Shelby American as soon as possible. I could take it back to Shelby American in Las Vegas, but that's just such a long journey. It's so far away that I may not do it. I may just try to fix it myself. So again, hopefully I can get in contact with Shelby very soon and try to figure out how to fix all this, what's all going on. Again, I'm a novice when it comes to being a car mechanic, but I do like what Shelby has done, like with the brakes, for example, saying Shelby by Wilwood, and also the hub looks nice too. And if you guys didn't know this, for my package, I do have the whole shot package, and it gives you extended wheel studs, which are great. I do like them, but whenever I'm taking off the wheel, it takes so long, forever, to unscrew each and every lug nut. Just taking a look, so as you guys can see on this side, we have damage right there. Now, when I bend over, if you guys can see this, on the inside, it's chewed up right here. We've got, if you guys can see that, if I can get a flashlight in here, the damage is right there. It's kind of hard for me to see it as well with the camera inside the wheel well. That's very interesting how that even occurred. There it is right there, guys. So please let me know what you think caused that in the comment section down below. Now, I have not touched any of this work. This is always worked on by Shelby. I'm not saying that they screwed anything up by any means. They do a fantastic job with all their work. I'm just a bit curious about, well, what actually caused that damage right there, because I really didn't even notice it until just now. You guys can see it again right there. Okay, guys, there's also a second issue with the Super Snake. It's a very strange one, I find. So here I am, I'm under the car. This issue relates to the exhaust. The left side, the driver's side exhaust tip, the boiler exhaust, they're actually starting to sag and touch the carbon fiber section of the rear diffuser. So moving over here, you'll tell that the exhaust tips are much more closer to the inside of the car than the outside. You'll also notice that over here, what happens is that once I'm done driving, this entire exhaust tip basically moves around. It moves around in shifts. And you can reposition it like that, and it stays there. As you guys can see, it's now further that way. So what I think is going on is that these bushings right here are going out because every time I'm finished driving it and I go to put it back in the garage, this is pushed all the way back to there on the inside. Right now, it's staying out because I pushed it that way. Usually, when I'm done driving the car, the exhaust tip is way over here, basically almost touching the carbon fiber. So as you guys can see, the exhaust tip is rubbing on the carbon fiber. There's a huge gap on top. The exhaust tip should look like this, an even gap, barely put the tips of your finger inside of it. And as you guys can tell, this is just not good because what's happening is that the exhaust tip is rubbing on the carbon fiber. So I gotta get that fixed as well. Going under the car, so under the car, you'll notice that these exhaust tips can move around quite a lot. So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can replace these bushings right here, because these are basically what hold the exhaust tips in place right here next to the rear bumper. And as you can tell, when I'm moving the exhaust tip, that's freely just flowing left and right. So again, guys, please let me know in the comment section down below what you think is going on with the GT500 Super Snake. Is this a job that I can fix over here in my garage? Or do you think I should send out the car to Shelby American in Las Vegas? The only issue with that is that they're just so far away, so it makes the journey just that much longer, and if I were to drive the car there, I don't think that would be the greatest idea. So for the time being, I'm just going to contact Shelby American and see what they say. I'll make sure to keep all of you up to date. Real quickly, I did want to point out today's news. Ford has revealed the latest piece of the puzzle that hints at the GT500's horsepower. As you guys know, 2 days ago, the first piece came out showcasing the very top left of a 7. Yesterday, we saw the bottom right of another digit. We still don't know exactly what that number is, but many people believe it looks like a 0. Anyways though, guys, today's piece of the puzzle showcases the rest of the 7. That being, we have 2 more pieces left. So tomorrow we'll most likely finish off the far right digit, and the last day, aka Tuesday, is going to give us the final reveal of the horsepower of this new GT500. Interestingly, if we zoom in right here, you'll see that the second digit has a rounded bottom. Now this could mean a few things. This could be a 3, a 5, a 6, even an 8. You know what? What do you guys think? What do you think the second number is? I'm not exactly sure. If this car did make around 780 horsepower, I do wonder how that would handle on the road course. Is that too much power for a track vehicle? That is, if you got the track package, the carbon fiber track package. I'm just wondering how well this car will plant the power. The one thing I'm happy about is that we know for a fact in just 2 days from now, we'll finally see just how powerful this new DCT Shelby is. And guys, I did want to mention one other thing. I will be flying out of town tomorrow on Tuesday. I'm flying to a Ford event, which is going to be pretty exciting. I think it is. I'm not going to give anything away just yet. But I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a pretty fun experience. So make sure, guys, to stay up to date, stay tuned, because we have some pretty exciting content coming just around the corner. Thanks again, guys. If you like this video, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Also, what do you think is going on with the GT500 Super Snake? Also, hit that like button. It really does help me out. And subscribe for much more great videos to come. I'll see all of you in the next episode.